Alright guys, so it is that time of the day, time for some training camp news. We won't have training camp news for that much longer. We'll have actual NFL news on the Packers when the season actually starts. So that should be exciting when it happens. And so if you want to see Packers content during the season, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. But I want to get into what went down today at Packers training camp. Start off with some injury updates for the Packers. I'd say some good news overall when it comes to injuries. And then go through sort of what went down today at Packers practice. As you can see, I have a tennis ball here. I don't know why. I just have it right now. But anyways, on to injuries. So today, 3 different players came off of the NFI, the non-football injury list. And the other day, I was like, what the heck does non-football injury mean? And I was like, they play football, like they're injured. How is it non-football? And I was like, oh, probably in the offseason when they weren't playing football, they injured themselves. So I think I figured that out. Probably everyone else knew that. It took me a minute, took me a second to get that. But anyways, 3 different players came off of that. We have 6th-round linebacker Isaiah McDuffie is off of that. He was practicing today. He had a hamstring injury. And then we had Kevin King, who has been dealing with a hamstring injury, was back today, but he didn't really perform in team drills from what I saw. So Kevin King, who has dealt with lots of injuries in the past couple seasons, last year missed I think it was 5 or 6 games, if I remember correctly. So hopefully he can not stay injured this season. Of course, with Eric Stokes being in there, the question is, will Eric Stokes, take over for Kevin King, which I think is definitely a possibility. But he was back today. And then we have Kinsley Keke also off of the NFI with his ankle injury that he had. So that is good news. 3 guys off of there. And so right now, the only guys who are on the non-football injury list at the moment is Zadarius Smith and Will Redmond. And then, of course, David Bakhtiari is on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list with that ACL tear from last December. Who knows if he'll be ready to start the season. If not, it seems that Elgton Jenkins, it looks like he'll probably be the guy filling in there, most likely. So hopefully David Bakhtiari will be healed up soon. And then a couple other players were back today who missed recently. Kamal Marchand and Chris Blair were both back today for the Packers. And then here from Ryan Wood, we see some players who are still out today. EQ with a hamstring, Aaron Jones with a hamstring, Rashawn Gary with a groin, Randy Ramsey ankle, Juwan Winfrey shoulder, and Kenny Clark with a groin injury. So still a few different guys who are missing. Hopefully it's nothing serious for them. Hopefully they're just resting. But that's all we can hope for, that these Packers players stay healthy for the rest of the season because we need them to play. And then one more injury thing today during practice. Apparently Devin Funchess hurt himself in some kind of way. But this is what it says from Rob Demovsky. Wide receiver Devin Funchess has been limping around. He's still out here, but clearly bothered by something in his lower right leg. I haven't seen any other news come out about this injury, so something to keep an eye on, if he misses time or if he's ready to go, just ready to go tomorrow. And, of course, in this preseason game up on Saturday. And then now to some training camp news from today, looking at different reporters from sort of what they were seeing today. First off, Matt Schneidman says Eric Stokes still running with the ones on Kevin King's first day back. So, of course, with Kevin King coming back on his first day, it makes sense they wouldn't throw him in there right away because if you're dealing with a hamstring injury, he's missed a while now. It's probably smart not to throw him right in because, those hamstring injuries, they're definitely pretty painful and they can get, re-hurt pretty easily. So, hopefully, he'll stay strong and he'll stay healthy. And then we got Andy Herman says, fumble toss between Love and Taylor. Defense scores. Chauncey Rivers has been impressive in his first few days at camp. Sets the edge and stops Taylor for a 3-yard loss. Delonte Scott with a nice pressure working against Kelly. Benkert fires deep, but too long for Tompkins. So Love seems to be struggling a little bit. He's just been inconsistent. Obviously, fumbling at the snap is not good. And there's my dog barking in the background once again. If you guys watched a video a couple days ago, he was in this room. And actually, while I was, trying to film this video, he wouldn't stop barking. So hopefully he'll stop barking so I can get back. Oh, there goes my other dog. The problem that I'm filming right now is that they're supposed to eat in 20 minutes, and right when it's time for them to eat, they start going crazy and barking like this. So let's see if I can get them to calm down, and I'll be back. Hey. All right, will you stop barking if you're in here? Come on, everyone, just come on in. Go. All right, you guys lay down. Okay, so getting back to where we left off, as I was reading from this tweet here. So there's a fumble toss between Love and Taylor. Definitely not something you want to see, Defense recovers, a fumble, not very good. And that's one thing we just keep seeing is Love has been, somewhat inconsistent this training camp so far. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Then we have another Jordan Love thing here from Ryan Wood. It says Jordan Love Air Mails, pass down to right sideline to Malik Taylor, and Adrian Amos picks it. Eric Stokes had a great coverage on Taylor, a ball that should never be thrown. Next rep, DeAndre Tompkins beats Cavian Into deep, and Love hits him in stride. The roller coaster continues. So there's, Jordan Love throwing a pick, and then on the next play, throwing a great ball. So, lots of good, some bad as well with Jordan Love here at Packers training camp. Then we have Rob Domofsky saying new outside linebacker Chauncey Rivers having a day, been in the backfield a bunch, at least 2 pressures and a tackle for loss. So Chauncey Rivers was that guy who was picked up in the past week or two. A guy who was in that show Last Chance U in the community college that he was in, then got transferred to Mississippi State, and the Packers added him recently. So to see him performing well, that's definitely good news for the Packers. And then we're going on to hear from Ryan Wood, the Jordan Love and Reggie Begelton connection still going. Love hits Begelton on a deep out, leads him in stride away from good coverage from Vernon Scott. A fan of the stands shouts, "Nice throw, Jordan," so the bleacher section is happy. So that is some positive news, good news for Jordan Love there. Dude, I just literally have 2 more things left to read, and then I'll go feed you. Hey, what if you want to play with this? It's a toy. Get it. Go get it. That tennis ball was actually useful. There we go. Okay. Final thing from Andy Herman says, Kylan Hill with a one-handed catch from Rodgers with the ones in a 2-minute drill quickly gets upfield for a nice gain. With Jones out, Kylan has been the third down back of choice. DeGuara with at least his 3rd catch during team drills today. He's having a really nice day. So the thing we have been talking about consistently is that 3rd running back spot. Obviously, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon take the top 2 spots. And then we got Kylan Hill, Patrick Taylor, and Dexter Williams all competing for that 3rd roster spot. Kylan Hill right now seems to be the guy winning it. We'll see if that actually is sort of how it ends. But that's all we got for training camp news today. If you want to see more Packers news, subscribe. My dogs are just sort of acting crazy today. But, they're hungry, so they're barking. Makes sense considering I'm the one who's feeding him. He's not like us where I can just go in the fridge and grab a snack. He's dependent on me. So I'll go feed that guy. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.